Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Monse and we're going to be doing a very short Yin Yoga sequence that you can do in the morning. Sometimes people think about Yin Yoga or more restorative classes. Yin Yoga is not restorative, that will be another video. But to do in the evening just to chill down. But sometimes I love doing it in the morning when your muscles are still cold and they're not going to engage, so you can really properly target the joints and the deeper tissue. But also it's a great way to start bringing mobility into your joints and to wake up the body in a different way. So we're going to do a very short Yin Yoga practice, and you can do it in the morning, but if you don't want to do it in the morning, you can do it anytime during the day, okay, or in the evening. So we're going to start with butterfly, or bring the soles of the feet together. I'm sitting on a cushion. You can choose to also sit on a cushion or a folded blanket like I have here, or anything that's going to elevate your hips. And it's early in the morning, perhaps you can also sit on the floor directly. And because it's early, perhaps we can start by simply bring the heels towards your groin, or you can bring your groin towards your heel, but it doesn't have to be a very intense posture. You're going to be holding the posture for a while. So that's what's going to make the yin part of it. So I'm going to find my edge where I feel like, okay, I'm comfortable here. I'm good here, and so I'm going to start coming forward, and then find your edge, the place where you have a sensation but it's not too intense, and where you think you can hold it for a while. And just stay here for a bit. Really noticing the sensations in the body. We're not pushing or pulling. Once you find your edge, just allow gravity to do the work. Just allow gravity and the weight of your own body. So perhaps you stay really tall and that's fine, or perhaps your body is really opening and taking you deeper. But do not push to be in a deeper position. Just see if your body allows it. If your mind is wandering, it's okay, it's normal. Just gently bring it back to your breath, or perhaps to just noticing the sensations that are rising in your body. And try not to fidget, not to move. We're going to stay here for a few more breaths. See if you can relax your facial muscles. See if you can relax your legs even. Last 2 breaths. Last breath. And then slowly with the help of your hands, we start coming up. We could stay in these postures for much longer, but this is a short and sweet practice to do early in the morning. Now bring your hands behind you and start leaning back, and with the help of your hands perhaps you can bring the knees together. Just bring your feet slightly away, and then you can bring some movement back. I'll just remove my cushion. Bring some movement back into your legs. Ooh, it's early. It's okay to groan and to moan, to go, ay, 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 ay. So just sometimes we really like to bring some movement, some energy back, to revive the blood flow. Now for the next posture, you want to perhaps have like a towel or a thin blanket folded, or we just can fold the mat like this. We're gonna come into dragon. So you can put, I have a lot of folding and my mat is really thick, so I'm fine, but just showing you what you could do. And we're gonna start with the right knee. So, we're gonna start with the right knee. So I'm having my protection underneath my left. Okay, just bring the right foot between your hands. First of all, just find that posture. Find your edge. Doesn't have to be too deep, okay? Just find a place where you're comfortable, that the knee is more or less above your ankle, and you can keep the hands on the floor. Again, you don't want to lean so much on your back knee, that's painful. So if you want to stretch back the leg, so you're actually leaning on the top, on above the knee, that's fine. But be aware that there'll be a much deeper stretch then. So you can keep the hands here, baby dragon. We're gonna be here for a few breaths, so just find your edge, the place that's not too painful, that you feel a sensation, and that you know you can be there for a while. Sometimes we find our edge and we think here. Then what you want to do is to go back a bit and think, okay, let's take it back a notch, because time is what's going to make the pose, really. We're going to stay for a long time. So again, you can have the hands here, or perhaps you want to have your hands on your knee. Choose where you're comfortable and what's appropriate for you today. You can close your eyes, keep them open, up to you. So just make sure that you don't have too much a struggle. Another thing that I like to do sometimes is to have a couple of blocks, or even just one, helping you to stay upright in the pose. If you have two, it's better. Again, find your way. A few more breaths. Focus on the breathing. You might have some distractions in the form of external noises or thoughts. Just focus on the breathing. Try to remain still in the pose. Unless you find some pinching or pain in the back, then you've gone too far. Go a bit back or just come out of the pose. Or perhaps you can go a bit deeper. Coming up on your knee, a bit higher, high dragon. You choose. See if there is more space. This can be a very intense pose. Just a few more breaths. And then slowly, slowly, bring the hands down. Hook your toes. Lift the knee. Woo. And again, you can make any noise you need to. You can come into down dog perhaps and move the legs in one direction to another. Just going back to a bit of energy flowing through the body that's been still for a while now. Perhaps needs to move that, or perhaps you want to be in all fours. Again, if downward dog is not accessible, you can do the same movements just in all fours, just moving the legs back and forth. See what feels right. Or maybe you want to be still and do nothing. And then put your protection on the other knee and let's do the other side. So now it's the right knee that's on the towel or blanket or whatever it is that you have, perhaps nothing. And again, we just start baby dragon. The foot is between your hands and have the fingertips to the floor. And again, we don't want to dump our weight and curve our back here. You just want to be straight. The back is straight, your chest is forward. And you can start here, close your eyes, take a few breaths. If you have problems with your wrist, you can even have your fists down. One side may be very different from the other. When I do the other side, the one I did first, my hips are screaming from the word go. And some days are different than others, depends on what I did yesterday, how I'm feeling. Now suddenly it's like feeling myself really comfortable here. So perhaps because I'm comfortable, I can come up a bit more, giving myself a bit of a deeper stretch here. Again, it's up to you, see how it feels. Always comfortable, always aware. Maybe I can have my elbows here just resting comfortably. And if you hear noises, I have a construction site in front, so perhaps you can hear some noises out there, perhaps not. If you feel distracted, just go back to the breath. We're aiming to be as comfortable as we can in the pose. Breathing as deeply. It's a cross between physical and meditation practice. That's why I like closing my eyes and just focus on the breath. Few more breaths. Find a stability in the pose. You can also focus on the sensations in the body. Start listening to your body. And then, once again, come out very slowly, with care. See, your body might be complaining. Once again, you can either come to all fours and do your movements here, whatever it needs to be done, stretching the leg, doing some movement with your knees, or coming to downward dog. And again, just doing some movement, bringing some energy back, flowing, some blood flow. And now just remove whatever it is that you are using there and come all the way down. Come to your knees and then all the way down, belly down. We're going to do a little back bend. Again, really great to do in the mornings to bring some energy to your day, to waken up a bit. And what we want is to have the elbows approximately below your shoulders or a bit forward, okay? So again, gauge it. What is comfortable for me today? Some days might be different than others. Would you want to feel a sensation in your lower back? There's a compression there. And relax your legs, relax your glutes. And you can even relax your head. You can either look forward, close your eyes, and just relax your forehead. Sometimes perhaps you want to have something holding it here. Or nothing, up to you. Experiment. And once you've found the place where you want to be, stay there. Come back to your breath. If you got distracted, that's normal. Just gently go back to your breath or to your body. Just the last few breaths here. See if you can relax a bit more. Relaxing your legs, your head. Take a big inhale through your nose and now open your mouth and let it go. And then slowly bring the hands just below, just next to your ribs, and start pushing yourself up. And come to a seated position. Come back to sitting. And you can sit, once again, you can sit on the cushion like you had originally, or just on the floor, up to you. Cross your legs if that's comfortable, and just sit tall. So I have my right leg in front of the left. Just observe which one you have. Inhale, bring the arms to the sky, a little stretch, and exhale, come forward. And just fall forward for a moment. Stretching your hands in front of you. And if it's comfortable, you can let go of your head. Relax your arms. And then come back up. And bring your left hand to the right knee. Give yourself a nice twist. And then to the other side. Right hand to the left knee. Come back to the center. Now change the crossing of the legs. So now I'm going to have my left foot or my left shin in front of the right shin. So just whichever leg you had in front, now it's behind. And we're gonna do the same thing. Raise the arms to the sky. Stretch, 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 and then bring it forward, folding. Come as far as you can first. And then as you relax your head, relax your arms, relaxing your elbows towards the floor, and breathe here. Take a big inhale and slowly, slowly start coming up. And now bring the right hand, once you're completely stand straight, right hand on the left knee. And again, give a little twist towards the left. Breathing deeply, staying tall. Shoulders away from your ears, just stay tall. And come back, and the other way. The left hand on the right knee. Again, you don't need to go too deep, just see where we get to. Twisting from the bottom of your spine. And then come back, come back, come back. And now do any movement that you feel like you're missing. You can come to one side, to the other. Just do little circles with your torso in one direction and then another. And whenever you are feeling ready, just come to a stillness. And we're done. You've done a little. You can come to lie down and finish in Shavasana if it's the evening. If it's the morning and you fear that you might fall asleep, going to Shavasana now. Just again, give yourself a couple more rolls and then sit tall for a moment. Close your eyes. And perhaps just come with an intention for the day. Just take this one moment before you get up. Or again, if it's the evening, you're doing this some other time and you feel you need a Shavasana, just go lie on the floor for a few moments as well. And here's where I leave you. So thank you. Thank you very much for joining me today for this short Yin Yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you do it. Please let me know in the comments if you've done it in the morning and at what time did you do it and how did it go for you. All right. Thank you so much.